older school folk. Like, all right, so like, hold on. We need to tail and then we need to lead. So, five, four, three, two, one. All right, so I'm here with the Pilot Ways video podcast, and I'm doing like kind of a follow-up interview. And I want to go ahead and ask you your name.
I'm Johnny.
Johnny, welcome. Welcome to the Pilot Ways podcast. And I'll ask you, why'd you come on out to the show tonight?
Well, I came here to see Walk the Plank, but I mean, I don't know. I came here to see other bands too. A good friend of mine's been out of town for a while, so he rolled into town. Was like, dude, like I'm kidnapping you to go to the show. And I was like, all right, fuck, dude, I'm down. He's like, no, it doesn't matter if you're down or not. I'm kidnapping you to go to the show. But yeah, no, it was a decent show. A lot of the bands have played. They're a little more different. They're a little more like, I guess, like a little more like one of the opening bands like a little more noise sounding, and one of the later bands is a little more like indie sounding. Not that it's bad, just like it's not that I would have completely into, but like. While I'm playing with school, I'm used to them. They're like, they're like an '80s hardcore tribute band. So that type of shit I'm into, like more like fast, loud, quick, you know. But,
well, I saw you tearing things up in the pit, actually, like knocking people over.
Yeah.
Like, what inspires you to get into that mess for our non-initiated people?
Well, it's not necessarily to be shitty about it. It's like a lot of it, I gotta get drunk first to like feel the element. But even so, I still like to get in the pit. Like any show I go to, I have since I was like fucking 16. Like always getting in the pit. So for me, it's like it's kind of fulfillment for me because other people I know that are like older. Or people I used to know that were older, that were in the punk scene in like the DC, Baltimore, Virginia area. They're more like accustomed to being like, oh, you know, it depends on the show that I'll get in the pit. And I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, I don't give a fuck how old I am. I don't give a fuck how young I am. I'm gonna get in the pit. It's like, you know, to support the band that's playing. Like the way I see it is like by moshing, I'm giving a part of me to that band to a degree. You know what I mean? Like not that deep, but like, you know what I mean? Like showing them support, like giving them like my fucking like 1-2 of being like, no, like you're a good enough band that people should be dancing and moshing to your shit.
So to quote 95 Point Fizz-Eye, DC, you get it in ya.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right
yeah, dude. Yeah.
Right on. So, like, I'm just curious, like, you're a big fan of hardcore. Do you go to, like, a lot of shows around in the area, or just, like, shows in DC?
I mean, as of more recent, I haven't been going to as many shows as of recent. Like I said, my good friend, that we always used to go to shows in, like, DC, Baltimore area. We usually never fucked with Richmond, because Richmond was, like, too many junkies and crust punks. But as far as like, as far as DC and Baltimore is concerned, we would go to shows and party and like do our thing. But he's been out of town, and usually he was my ride because I've generally been out of a car for years. So, but even so, like, no, it's still awesome to go to like. I mean, DC's closer to me, as I live in Nova, you know. But
I'll be honest, I don't fuck with Richmond too much. I normally go to shows in Balmer. So for that reason, for all of our Ravens fans, even though I gotta say hail to the Redskins as well, I just want to go ahead and give you a visual fist pump for fucking DC on that shit, cause yo, man, that's like.
I mean, to be really honest, and I'm not gonna lie, and this is for the Baltimore fans. It's like I've always been more of a Natty Boh fan as opposed to a PBR fan.
Yeah.
But even so, even in fucking DC, I can't refuse a cheap PBR, you know.
Right on. So I was curious, like, Johnny, aside from going to shows, what else do you do with your life? Like, what drives you and inspires you on a daily basis to get down with the get down?
Well, I mean, I guess for me, like, where I work now, I work at Patriot Center, at George Mason campus. I'm a stagehand, and so I mean, to be really honest, most of the shows that go through there, not necessarily a huge fan. A lot of it's like more pop based. I'm just not into pop music. Like whether it's like Latin based pop music or a fucking Americana pop music, I'm just not too into it. But that's the kind of thing that drives me. It's like it's not even so much that it has to be like if I'm working a show at work, it's not so much that it's got to be a show that fulfills me. Like to a degree, I guess I kind of get some fulfillment out of it by seeing people go to a show of a band they really want to see, and it's kind of enjoyable. And like I'm fucked, dude. Like since I was like 12, 13. My brother had a band in high school. I always helped them like load their equipment into their cars, like break down the drum kit, that sort of shit. So it just came second nature to me to work at fucking Patriot Center.
Okay.
And you know, and do my thing and like fucking and just fucking like go to Patriot Center and just like help other bands set up like I said, yeah, a lot of music there I'm not really into, but still it's like I guess like to me, fuck Walt Disney, but you know, like that Walt Disney-esque comment, like, oh, it's for the people to be happy, and like to me it's not like trying to work in some fucked up happiness that I want to be in. It's just like, you know, like just seeing someone go to a show of a band they want to see and being able to enjoy it, it like makes it worthwhile for me, you know?
Right on. Well, like, not to be that guy, but like the last time I went to Patriot Center was to see Smashing Pumpkins, and they fucking tore that shit up.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, much respect to you on that.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you for coming out and like allowing me to go ahead and interview you for this like podcast.
Yeah.
Because like we're still like kind of doing our thing and getting out there, and it's still very new.
Yeah.
But no, once again, thank you, Johnny. Respect. We're gonna go ahead and zip out. Do you want to throw up a gang sign or anything for us right now?
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Ain't nothing to fuck with. And there we go. Thanks once again. Respect. This is the Pilot Waves podcast with that boy. You know, your boy, that kid Nick, that kid all said blah 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 blah, yada yada yada. Respect, Johnny. Have a great night.
Yeah, you too, man.